Hey guys, Monk52 here of course, and today we're discussing Bismarck B. Now, she does look nice, I'll give you that, but I could argue the regular Bismarck also looks pretty nice. Let's dive right into modules here. Secondary bar mod, I'll go for prop mod, pretty good, all three are good options though, but steering or prop mod's probably the best. Concealment, and I went for main battle over secondary. I don't think the secondaries are good enough to warrant the loss of main battle reload. With our build here, we've got a nice 12.2 kilometer secondaries with fast reload and 3.3 and so forth. If you put the same build on Bismarck regular, we only get 11.8. So you do get more secondary range, but you also lose on 17.3 for all Bismarck and 16.6 for Bismarck B. Also, you lose out on A suite. It goes 36. 36. There's tiny number differences. Basically, A hull, B hull for Bismarck AA. So just something to note as well. For our commander choice here, we're going to look at. This is actually Clara here. We've got the Daniel Fassbender guys from the Halloween event. We're using boomsticks here for the additional reload time, but we don't want to sacrifice our main battery range, and main battery guns are actually worse anyway, so might as well just get faster firing of them. See, we're using this Clara Tesla here. Again, another event commander, and we'll cover with the free-to-play ones in a minute. It's a Midnight Oil, again, traverse speed, rudder shift, always good. Porcupine, firefighter, mass mechanic, wilter build with a full secondary Haruna Franz von Hipper build. That's how you get your maximum theoretical secondary range. If you don't have any event commanders or any guises, just use simply auto with that even better similar build here, except using Kedrov, because Kedrov does help you win brawls. Kedrov is actually really good inspiration. Typical brawling BB setup. So let's go see how Bismarck B performs in well, this was the cherry picked game, I'll give you this. This is the cherry picked game, Bismarck B, because I've kind of struggled to make it work. I've noticed the Bismarck B secondaries are a lot less accurate than what I'm used to, because I'm used to playing the German battlecruiser line, which are much more accurate. This boat itself is just, the secondaries are kind of meh. They have more range, sure, but I don't really see much coming out of it here. I think this was a weird game where I'm not even moving at the start of the game, which is usually not what I do. There we go, I start kicking in there. There must be no way from the controller or something like this, I swear. But this is a decent game to Bismarck B, and you can think about it and think, alright, so the main advantage that Bismarck B has over Bismarck is the higher range secondaries. So the secondaries are firing more often, therefore you may think they have more hits than a Bismarck would, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I could be wrong, this is more speculation rather than factual evidence here, but I think the Bismarck B secondaries are actually less accurate than regular Bismarck, sorry. I don't know, I just get the feeling, whenever I see this boat and I see the secondaries perform, I see them miss, like, super drunk gunners, like, really badly so, like, before Bismarck got its buff. So maybe it is the old Bismarck secondaries, I do not know, but I'm pretty sure Bismarck secondaries are more accurate than these ones are. So yeah, you also get kilometer less gun range, not too big a difference for the Germans, because they do like to get up close and personal, and the improved pen angles are still present on the Bismarck B, that the Bismarck had, the newer buff that Bismarck got improved pen angles, so that does help here. And of course the Bismarck hull is, if angled correctly against AP, should do a reasonably good job at tanking. Again, superstructure hits are pretty darn horrible, but hey, we do what we can. Shoot some shells at the Weimar. I think we are running the pretty sure, we actually get it, there we go. We actually are running the inaccuracy skill here, just to fire more frequently, but we actually do of course land the Citadel to half health that Weimar. Not bad. Again, maybe if we had the accuracy commander on, we could have got more done for it. But again, the Bismarck B is basically your brawling setup for Bismarck. You have more secondary range, less main battery guns, so you want to be using that to your advantage. So again, maybe an auto build, whatever you want to do. I've kind of nerfed my main guns a little bit, which maybe not the best build idea, but that's why I run with it, you know. That's really what I do. So secondaries are already firing at the Zeton over on B. Obviously, we've got sonar running because we just spotted a Z39B, I believe. We've got Albemarle, which is a really nice target for pretty much anyone broadside. It's a very nice target to dev strike. Hopefully we can get that done. Fire some shells again. Prove pen angles on Bismarck and Bismarck B, so maybe get something good out of it. One Citadel's not bad. One bounce though, one pen, one overpen. So a bit unlucky, but again, we've got some pretty accurate and inaccurate guns, but we fire very quickly. We're already ready to fire again, about 3 seconds time. We're going to keep an angle here and try and turn away from the Jean Bart here. We're kind of giving a broadside, but at the same time we just need to disengage here. We've lost half our health to HE and a couple AP salvos from Jean Bart and the other battleships. we're just going to stay here, stay silent, keep our guns, just get ourselves capping, supporting the Z-23 with our sonar and our syndicate secondaries to prevent that Z-39 from pushing our destroyer. You know, we just got to really focus on supporting our DD, getting this cap and trying to win the game here. We're radared by the, I was going to say radared by the Weimar, that's not correct. I believe there's a radar cruiser. Where's the radar? Is it Cleveland or something? I'm not sure now. I'm actually not sure. Ooh, we get another Citadel on the Albemarle. I need to take a look. I remember there's something that has a radar. I think it could, maybe a black even. I'm not even sure. But yeah, it might be. I think it's a black. It must be black. Anyway, they're in the cap now. Weimar is still present, still alive. Not got much health, but again, it doesn't really matter because he's still got all these guns operational. We've got some really bad accuracy because we've kind of nerfed it a little bit here. But we're just doing what we can to hold the cap here and just try and disengage. And the only thing that's keeping us alive right now is kind of Volter build. We basically would have died here. There's just so much focus in this game here, and there's not much we can do. And during all this time, there's been a lot of boats in our secondary range. We've only got 25 secondary hits. We're getting a couple more now, but at the same time, I just don't feel it. I don't feel this boat is better than the Bismarck. I just think Bismarck is it's actually a better boat. I just think it is. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one, the Bismarck B. We're healing up using the power of Walter build, and this destroyer is keeping us alive here. Again, when Walter build gets fixed, this will no longer be possible. But hey, this is what we had to do. This is what we had to resort to. It's the best skill right now. We might as well use it. You know, that's the idea behind that. But it's just, in terms of the Bismarck B, I don't know. I just don't really see the benefit of it here. This Richelieu is 10.2 kilometers away. There's a bit of island cover for him, but I think the secondary should be able to shoot over that. He does go dark before we get many hits here. We've got this Albemarle, who, again, island cover here, probably unlikely for our secondaries. Yeah, he's too far away, 14 kilometers away. Russell Brandenburg, actually, I just can't see because I'm blind, apparently. There's a Richelieu again. We can fire some secondaries at him, but we need to turn away an angle. We're really on 8k health. We'd be very cautious about what we're doing here. If I was a Bismarck anyway, this would have been probably a rough game. But, oh, God. Ow. Okay. This is, yeah. Bismarck anyway would struggle with this, but I think Bismarck would perform a little bit better because of the better gun accuracy, better gun range, and I think more accurate secondaries. I keep saying this, I really do feel that way. Look at the secondary hits on that Richelieu. Like, we're getting almost nothing here. We're getting 2 hits after firing about 3 times. So it just doesn't feel really accurate. The secondaries are really not kicking in. If they were improved accuracy secondaries and buff the range, maybe. Do get a fire of them, to be fair, I'll give you that. We're getting some small hits, but when you're playing the battle cruiser line, I would rather just play the Zeta, and you really want your secondaries to do the job. Because they may be a little bit less range, but they do a lot more accuracy, and they fire a lot quicker, and they're just simply better secondaries, because the Bismarck has mostly 105s, which are not the best for pitting targets. We do actually kill the Ritual using a fire from the secondaries, but it was mostly just our team that did the work, and we just finished them off, really. Take some shots at Brandenburg right now. We're going to hit the island border here, so let's not do that. We're going to have to kick it in full reverse here, but again, well, the problem with the island border here is I hate when it reduces your engine power, because once you're stuck in the island border, you can't get away from it. You know, you're very difficult to disengage. So we're not going to shoot, we're not going to abuse the island, the white border here. We're just going to disengage here, and once we get back in, we can get into the thick of it. Something to do when you're in a battleship that's taking a lot of damage is just simply sit back and wait for your heals to come off cooldown. Back up to 11k health using the power volter build and just our heals. Again, we're using Clara, which is not our fully leveled commander, so we do miss out on an extra heal, which is alone not great, but again, we're just trying something new out. We're just trying to build on it, see how it works, see how it goes. We fire very quickly. This is a brawling setup, so if we're in there, in the thick of it, we can do a lot of work. Get our final heal, we can use our healing here, and there we go. We got Albemarle about 13 kilometers away, and now we're starting to push right back in. We're going to get back in the thick of it. There's still a lot of DTs present. There's 2 battleships, of course. We have the Brandenburg, and the other boat, I believe, is on south of B. So we're going to see what we can do here. Albemarle is using super heal. Definitely, he's healed up quite a bit. So we're going to take a pot shot here and see what happens. It looks a bit sporadic, but we actually get the dev strike on the guy with 2 citadels and the next shot pen, I believe. So yeah, that's not bad, considering we have a spec for an accuracy. It's always nice to see the occasional dev strike, though Albemarle is very easy with the dev strike. So we're going to push in here. We can take back the alpha cap finally. We've not been fighting for the whole game. The Bismarck B is already black, but so we can't really tell how much damage we've taken. It's just a slightly darker black, a slightly blacker black, maybe. You know. So yeah, like I don't know. It's a weird boat. I think if you like Bismarck and you want to play it and you don't want to get the premium bonus of it, then I would recommend you try to pull for the Bismarck B. But if you have the Bismarck, you enjoy the Bismarck, you don't really care about credits, you have the Brandenburg, you have the Tirpitz, you have the Odin, I wouldn't bother going for it. I think it's a waste of time because unless you're needing credits and you want to play a German Bismarck, that's the only reason I can see you play this boat. There's really not much advantage over the longer range secondaries. Yes, you technically would hit more, but I just don't feel the accuracy's there. Like, I don't think we're going to get too many more secondary hits this game. I think we're on 62, which really isn't much for a secondary focus build. This is a lot of secondary focus. We haven't used a secondary booster. We think we used one. So, again, very surprising. Not many secondary hits, considering we had a fair amount of targets in the secondary range here. It's just a really weird game. Yeah, I've got Z23, there's lightning. We pop our secondary boost here. Again, he's a little bit lit dark here. Now he's lit up at 4.2 kilometers, 4.6 kilometers. We get main gun hits, so you have the HE loaded. Secondaries, anytime now. We got one, there we go. And he goes dark. We had plenty of range for the guy, but we just didn't really get anything done from it. If that's not was a Zeton, or even a Bismarck, I feel Bismarck is just straight up more accurate secondaries. I don't know, could be wrong, but I'm just seeing it right there. Secondary power is just kind of lacking. We used the booster. We have a secondary build. The only thing we don't have is probably Meticulous and the final upgrade. Instead of main battery guns, we go for secondary mod. But I don't even have that on a regular Bismarck, and I feel I get a lot more secondary hits. So, lackluster. Anyway, we're going to keep pushing this lightning out. Obviously, we see torpedoes coming in. I believe those are from black. Lightning shows himself again. We're going to, obviously, sonar's still running, so we're just going to slow down a little bit and dodge these torpedoes, hopefully. Yeah, we should dodge that final one. There we go. Now, he's fired his torps, he's fired one sight, he's fired second sight line, he's got a relatively long reload, even with a torpedo build, so we're just going to do more secondaries. There we go. Eventually, after about a couple of seconds, we get another secondary hit. 3 secondary hits, we actually set a fire of the secondaries, but this point doesn't really matter. He's 2.5 kilometers away, you know. Our main guns will finish him off once they turn in time. There we go. Oh, no. Okay, secondary battery should do the trick now. 5 secondary hits. There we go, finally. But I really feel our secondaries didn't really do much. They just kind of did the wee last salvo that we didn't get from there. We actually got a hit in the Z46, which is actually quite surprising and quite impressive, considering how much slack I'd be giving these secondary boats, secondary guns, gunnery battery, people, men, things. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know. I just don't think it did much, really. We got our cap, we got our DD kill, we got our close quarters expert, picked up 3 kills, 108,000. Like, yeah, but I feel I could do this in Bismarck. I could do this better in other German battleships. I could do this probably better in Zeton. But then again, maybe not as tanky, because Zeton is a bit more, not as tanky as Bismarck is. But I think I could have done more with Bismarck. I just don't think this thing really is a must-get Black Friday boat. I just don't think it's that great. I like what they're doing, taking our spin on a new ship, because for me, that's what premiums are. But I just don't see the point of it. So yeah, I skipped the battle for you, just the end of trying to find the last destroyer who didn't give up, and he just, we win on points, so, that's how it goes. So as I said before, 108,000, we could pick up the Dreadnought, which is always nice, close quarters and devastating strike. Because of the DD kill and so forth, we pick up a decent base of 3,000, so not bad. So guys, this is my Bismarck impressions kind of thing, Bismarck B. I don't think it's worth it unless you really love Bismarck and you just want a premium version of to earn more credits. That's honestly my opinion, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye for now.